Hello my loves, you probably just found out about your human design digestion type, and if that is closed or open taste, then you're at the right place, because in this video we're gonna discuss what that actually means for you. Hi, my name is Leandra. I'm a human design specialist. I give professional readings and I work in the holistic health space. And if you want to know more about me, check out all the links down below. So in human design, there's the analysis of your energy body, and that works obviously on a energetic side, but also on a physical plane. So we're put together by our so-called personality, by our mind, and by our body. And in order for our personality to act correctly, or for our whole energy body basically to act correctly, first the body obviously needs to be right, which means there's two components that come to that, and one of them is nutrition, digestion, because if you do not get your right energy intake, how should your energy system work in alignment, right? And the next thing is environment. So only if you find yourself in your correct environment, that's when you can actually thrive. And if you want to find out more about environment, I have already recorded videos to each of them, so you can check them out on my channel. And if we look again at digestion type, we see that there's 6 different ways on how we ideally take in food. And these 6 types, or these 6 stages, are always separated in a so-called leftness and a rightness, which means some people are active in taking in information or food, and some people are passive in taking in information and food. The difference here is when you are active, you actively can focus on your food. You actively focus on what you eat. Whereas if you're passive, you go a little bit more intuitive around you. You feel a little bit more into it if you're hungry or not, if you need something or not. And the people who are more focused or active, they usually need a little bit more of a set meal plan, having several meals throughout the day without snacking all the time in between. Where for the others, the passive, it is a little bit more flowy, it's a little bit more floaty. They can feel in whenever it feels right, and they're therefore a little bit more of the snacker type of personality. So as I said, we have 6 different types, and if you look at them, it's very interesting because we can also see the stages of evolution here. And the first one would be consecutive or alternating appetite, and I've already recorded a video to that, and that is my type. It's the most primitive of all of them, meaning only eating one thing at a time, which still comes from the hunters, our earliest ancestors. And the second one, which would be you with open or closed taste, they come actually from the nomads, from the gatherers. So people who would move around in the country or in the land and then harvest whatever was available or pick whatever was available to them. So if we translate that to the current time, it means that you're still very, very much bound to the seasons, to what's available right now. So ideally, you really want to orient yourself in terms of your food intake by what is in season right now. What is also maybe something that is very local to your environment, meaning in my area where I'm living in Germany, in fall, we would have pumpkin, we would have carrots, potatoes, sauerkraut probably, I'm not sure about this actually. We would have grapes, all these kind of things. So you would have that for a while, for a month at a time, and then when winter hits, you would have things that would be available in winter, which in Germany is really tough. There is almost nothing, I would say. Anyways, you get my point. You really want to move with the seasons here. And that also means that you ideally eat repetitively what is available, meaning you have pumpkin every single day for the length of the pumpkin season, so many, probably like 2-3 months. So your body best digests the food when you continuously eat the same things, and when you then switch it up only when the season is changing. And ideally, obviously, consume locally, which means that also having very clean food, having really high-grade food is extremely important for you. The type that I described before, consecutive and alternating appetite, has the most sensitive stomach, but also still you have a very sensitive digestive system, and therefore it's really important, more crucial than for all the other people, to eat actually correctly, because your body is not very easy to forgive you if you do not follow your kind of ideal diet. And it doesn't always mean that you cannot eat pasta or anything like this. Follow always your strategy and your authority, also in terms of how you make your food choices. What feels actually correct in your body? What are you craving? And we're not speaking about craving about sugar or meat, because this is addictions, but we're craving for actually real quality food. So trust yourself in that, but then don't be ashamed to over and over eat always the same thing. What I see quite often is people say, oh, I feel so boring with that, or people judge me for always eating the same thing. But for you, this is actually correct. So follow this urge that you have, because you have that for a reason. But then also being open to sometimes trying new things, right? Once the season is changing, and then again, find whatever resonates with you and what you want to stick with. Closed taste is a little bit more close-minded, as the name already sounds, than open taste. So open taste is a little bit more open to trying new things, integrating them, whereas closed taste is a little bit more close and very much fixated on what they have found for themselves. So they need to learn how to open up a little bit more and trying to also try new things that are changing with the season. And open taste, as I said in the beginning, is the active part of that. So open taste would be a little bit more focused, having a little bit more structured eating times maybe, whereas closed taste is a little bit more intuitive, it's a little bit more flowy, floaty. You can listen in, and probably if you have closed taste, you also don't really like breakfast, whereas open taste might already want to eat quite early when they wake up, because your energy system is already there and on and awake and needs fuel. Whereas closed taste, as you're passive, it will take a little while until you get hungry, until your stomach or your energy system is actually awake. So wrapping it up for you, it's extremely important to eat regional, seasonal, move with the seasons, repetitively eat the same thing, and you might see that also in your choices of restaurants. You might go every day to the same bakery or to the same restaurant, or to order the same dish from the restaurant that you go to, and that is actually correct for you. So don't feel ashamed. Try to empower yourself with that. That is what it's about, and trust yourself. What is it that you need? If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to write them down in the comments below. Also, let me know if that's something you're already living. And if you want to have more guidance on a personal level, you can get in touch for a personal reading. Then I bring everything in correlation of your chart, which obviously cannot be done by a YouTube video. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again the next time. Bye for now.